Blanket me with roses, cover me in her, let me down easy low when I've had enough. Set free my soul when I'm old and full of days, and in my robe of white I will fly away. Lay me down easy, Lord. Lay me down easy. Lay me down easy, Lord. Lay me down easy. What's up, friends and neighbors? It has been a minute, but I'm really stoked to do this video. I've been kind of taking the last couple months and kind of working on everything that's going to kind of go into the year 2026. 2025 was a great year. As you all know, I quit my job at the beginning of the year. You've heard that story a million times. But this year has been all about finding myself, finding my music and my art, and how to take that to the next level. And this year moved the needle more than ever. And it's simply because I didn't have to focus on another 40 to 60 hour a week church job. I was able to just completely focus on writing songs, putting songs out, and playing shows. And we moved the needle a lot this year, and you all are a big part of that. And I just want to say thank you so much. So I've just been here kind of reflecting on this past year and all of the wonderful things that's gone on. But also I just want to take some time to let you know, like, I know that I disappear every once in a while, and maybe that's hard for some people to understand, but it's just how my creative process works. And I really appreciate it when you guys reach out to me and make sure I'm doing okay. But the truth is if I'm not disappearing, I'm probably not okay. Like, this is what I do. It's my process. When I'm being very creative, I usually kind of disappear into the background for a while until I can figure out what it is that my creative process is trying to get me to. What's the end result that I need to get to? And then I can start to put the pieces together and, write the songs or whatever. But during this time, this last couple months, I have really been reflecting on the things that I want to do this year. And I started writing a book, which is crazy, just about my life and how the creative process got me through my grief. So I have started a book. I have no idea how to write a book or how to get a book out there, but it's something that I want to get finished, or at least finish writing in 2026. I don't know what the rest of that looks like, what it takes to publish a book or get it out. That's a new journey that I'm going to take, but I have begun the process of writing down some of the stories in my life and the grief that is behind them, and the triumph over that grief using creativity and music. So stay tuned for that. I have no idea when that's going to come out or if it ever does, but I'll keep you posted along the way as we go. Got a lot of new songs this year. I wrote a ton this year with some really great people. I wrote a lot by myself, which I hadn't done in a while. The last couple of years I'd been, trying to collaborate and write with other folks. But this year was kind of one of those years where I had to kind of look inward and see who I want to be as an artist moving forward, because everything that I'm doing moving forward is about this, right? So I really need to be in touch with who I am as a songwriter, who I am as an artist, as a musician. What does that look like moving forward? And I'm really excited for where things are going in 2026. But looking back at 2025, I am eternally grateful. I got to play a number of shows with my best friend Noah Smith and his band, play guitar and sing for him. I was blessed to have several songs come out this year that we wrote, that he put on a couple of his records, and some singles that have come out. So Noah, thank you so much for believing in a songwriter like me and wanting to use some of my songs on your projects and believing in those songs. I believe in them too, and stoked that we wrote them together, and I can't wait to see what they do moving forward in the future. Got to write some songs for Honor Ray. She just did a big album release show that I got to play guitar for, and she released 3 of my songs this year. There's been, I don't know, seven or 8 songs that other artists have cut of mine this year, and that blows my mind. It's just it's been unreal to see what you can do when your focus is just completely on writing and connecting with folks. And yeah, it's been wonderful. So thank you all if you were a part of that. Anybody that put my songs out this year, I'm unbelievably grateful. Eric Hagan is another one that put one of my songs out this year. Thank you so much, man. We went on tour and did about a week tour together, played some great shows together. I'm actually going to go out and play some guitar for him here in January, and hopefully we'll write some more songs, man. But yeah, 2026 is shaping up to be a roller coaster, and I can't wait for it. I have no idea what to expect. Last year, I looked back at my calendar, and I think cleared over 140 gigs or shows this year, whether playing with other people or playing for myself. That's a ton. I went into last January hoping that I could make ends meet, and it exceeded my expectations. We paid our bills this year, and that was really all I could ask for. And thank you all so much for coming out to the shows. Thank you for streaming the songs that came out. You know, Lean came out earlier in the year. It's my most streamed song to date. Wrote that with Noah Smith, and was blessed to cut that one myself because I believe in it, and apparently you all do too, because I've heard so many stories from people about that song and getting through some hard times and leaning on your faith when you don't have anything else to lean on. And that's really what I did at the beginning of this year. I just completely went out on faith and hoped that it would all work out. And you know what? It did. Every time, not to say that there weren't issues. We had months that were crazy, that were really hard to get through. I didn't know if we were going to make it. And you know what? Every once in a while, just out of the blue, some show would pop up that paid more than normal, or one of you would just randomly send money to my Venmo or PayPal, which is insane. Thank you so much for believing in this journey that I'm on and what I'm doing. It just blows my mind. People are amazing. Got to play in 2 different countries this year. We were in Denmark and the Faroe Islands. Met so many beautiful people along the way. And I don't know, other than me using music as a way to get through life, it's the way that I meet wonderful people. Along the way, I've just gotten to meet so many beautiful people through this crazy life of playing music. And I wouldn't trade that for anything else. It's worth its weight in gold. And I just love you all so much. The word grateful isn't big enough to describe what it feels like to know that you can make a living playing music for people, and that they might actually connect with it, and you can have some little bit of community. I'm not selling out stadiums or anything like that, but the rooms that I am in, we have a connection, and I've gotten to meet a lot of you and stay on your couches. Some of you stay in your spare bedroom. A lot of you have put me up in hotel rooms and gave me meals when I needed it. And you've been just so wonderful to me and my wife, who went out on the road with me several shows this year. Well, more than several. Most of the shows my wife was a part of, and it was a beautiful thing. But 2026 brings new journeys. My wife just started a teaching job. She just got an art teacher job at a middle school in Maysville, Kentucky, Mason County Middle School. And we're just a couple weeks into her starting that job already. She had to start mid-semester. So we still are living in Georgetown, Kentucky, and she's driving an hour and 15 minutes every day to go teach kids art. And I think she's going to crush that job. If you know my wife at all, you know she is made for that. and really excited to see where that goes this year. She's still going to be playing as many shows with me as she can, but obviously she's on her own new journey, and I just wish her so much joy in that. I knew she was going to take the job. She got a phone call, and they said, if you ever wanted to be an art teacher, there's an opening that maybe you'd be perfect for. And she had kind of maybe given up that dream a long time ago, because when she first was trying to do it, it was really hard to find an art job in the schools. But this one kind of opened up all these years later, and I saw her light up, and I was like, you're going to have to go interview for this job, because I haven't seen you light up like that in a long time. So here we are. 2026. My wife is an art teacher, which I think is awesome, and it fits right in with our story. We believe in art so much, and we believe in music so much. We just want everybody to know what we know, and that creativity is healing, and it's been healing for us. We've been through a lot in our marriage, and we've lost parents, and we've been in crazy car accidents that that we shouldn't have walked away from, and the way we got through that is we vented it through our art and our music, and that's why we keep doing what we do. And along the way, some beautiful people have gotten around us and not let us forget that the world is a beautiful place, and there's far more good that outweighs the bad. So don't focus on the negative, folks. Focus on the future. If you live in the past, man, you'll never survive it. You always got to look forward. You got to find the hope in things. You got to find the silver lining, and then you just got to run for it full blast. And that's really what I did, this last year, and that's what I'm doing this year. Like I said, I've got several new songs that I've been working on. One of them is my favorite song to date. It's a song called Ghost, and it's literally a song about my grief. That song's going to come out hopefully later this year. I just got into the studio to start working on that. Did some pre-production with my good friend Mikey Howard. He's in a band called Seventh Time Down. If you've ever heard of Seventh Time Down, they had some big CCM hits back in the day, and God Is on the Move. And he's a great songwriter and musician, but he's an amazing producer. And I thought it was only fitting that he would come in and work on that song with me. He produced a couple records for me in my old band. A lot of you might not know this, but I used to be in a hard rock band several years ago that toured all over, and we put out a couple records, and Mikey was the producer on those. So I feel very comfortable working with him, and I know he's going to knock this song out of the park. He's also the guy that did Lean, and he knocked that out of the park. So I have no doubts that when Ghost comes out, you guys are going to love it. I'm planning on doing a lot of special things around that song. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, 2026, I'm excited. I hope you're excited too. I wanted to jump on here. Haven't done one of the Matty's midlife crisis videos in a while. I hope to pick those up a little bit more. I know that, like I said, I know that I can disappear. And I think that's okay. I think that's one of the things that we don't really talk about is, like, it's okay to not always be in front of everybody, especially as a musician or an artist or whatever. Like, I know we live in an age where, like, social media is like, we want to know all the things. We want to know all the behind the scenes. And I love that stuff too. But there's sometimes when us artists, we just need to go away for a minute and figure out who we are for a minute, because life changes on a dime. And the things that I thought that I wanted when I was in my 20s and 30s are completely different now that I'm 40, right? It takes some time to process those things. I've always been a processor anyway. So I guess I came here to say thank you all for checking in on me, but I'm doing great. And this is just my process. I've always struggled with transitions, and it takes me time when a lot of change happens for me to process. I don't know if that makes me a weirdo or mentally ill or whatever, but it's the way I do it. And that's how I stay sane and happy. So if you see me disappear for a couple months and I'm not on social media, that's okay. And I've gotten very good over the years at finally being able to talk about the things that I'm struggling with. And so I'm not afraid to tell people what I'm going through anymore. which has been a whole new thing for me the last couple of years. So if I disappear, it's not because I'm retreating. I've still got a network of people around me that I talk to on a regular basis that keep me in check. And I'm not just, sitting in my room alone, isolated, not doing anything and sulking in my own grief or whatever the crazy thing that's happening. So for real, it's just, maybe you can relate. Do you struggle with processing? Do you struggle with transitioning? I can't even walk into my house for, like, if I played a gig the night, and I walk through the door of my house, it'll take me like 30 minutes before I can like do anything else. Like, I'll just sit on the couch and be like, all right, let me, kind of get acclimated to my surroundings now that I'm home, and what do I want to do now that I'm home, right? I don't know why that is. It's just the way my brain works. But again, thank you so much for caring about me and my journey. But I just wanted to share that with you. And maybe some of you out there, creative types, go through the same thing. I would love to know that, because some days I feel a little crazy for being the guy that just can't, I just need time to process. And I know some people can just process on a dime. My wife can do 40 million things at once, and I'm just not like that. Once I get going on something, I'm full in on it until it's done. And then I need a break to process that so that I can go to the next thing in my, on my list. So maybe that's you. I'd love to hear your story for that. Maybe I'm not alone in that. But still doesn't stop me from the fact that I've got a lot of stuff getting ready to come out this year that I'm really excited about. I've already got a couple songs geared up to release here towards the beginning of the year. And I can't wait for you to hear them. Some of them are really stripped down. Some of them are super produced. I am just honestly in that part of my life where I'm throwing stuff at the wall to see what happens. I'd really like to collaborate with some folks this year. Haven't done that in a long time. I did a little bit of that this year with Chris Bentley. We put out a record where we, but it was really like 2 of his songs and 2 of my songs. I'm looking forward to collaborating and maybe writing a couple songs with people and collaborating in that way, and putting those songs out. So we'll see what happens in the future. I got a lot of goals that I'm wanting to hit this year. But my main one is to connect with you more. So expect more of these videos, expect more on social media. I've been kind of behind the scenes, working on a lot of new stuff, new content that I'm going to start rolling out here very soon. It just takes me a while to create, because I don't really like to use a lot of other things to create. A lot of people are doing the AI thing, and I'm all for that, dude. Use it. It's a great tool. I'm just somebody who likes to, I want the pictures you see to be mine or somebody that I know. I want the songs that you hear to be mine or somebody that you know, or somebody that I wrote for or wrote with, or just even if I do a cover, I want to connect with it in my own way and put it out my way. So yeah, this isn't a knock against AI at all. It's just me venting who I am, right? So I want the pictures you see to be mine or my wife's or a friend of mine's or whatever. I want my logos done by guys that I know that make their living doing art and creating things. That's just what I believe in. So it makes sense for my brand to do those things. But that takes a little more time sometimes when you got to sit down and literally make it all yourself. So just be patient. I'm going to put things out the way that I put things out. I'm not going to let there be some pressure to just put stuff out for the sake of putting it out. Yeah, that's just my process. It's who I am. And if people follow that, then those are my people, right? I don't want to win people with stuff that I don't care about. I wouldn't endorse a product that I don't use. And it's the same deal with my art. If I'm going to put it in front of you, it's going to be something that I care about and have put time into. So, with that said, I'm looking forward to the rest of this year. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you all all over the United States. We played, I think, 11 states this year and 2 countries, which is crazy to do all that in 1 year when you're just kind of like kicking it into high gear. And I look forward to seeing what this year looks like. I've got a lot of things on the books, some meetings with some really great people, and I've started to build a team. And for the first time, I've got some people that have shared interest in helping me out with some things. I don't know what that looks like yet, but I'm looking forward to diving in and seeing how we can collaborate and seeing how much more we can move the needle in 2026 for the MDS machine. Meanwhile, still playing guitar and singing backgrounds for Noah Smith. Hopefully he'll let me write a few more songs for him this year, and not planning on giving that up. Like I said, there's things in my life that are important, that I love, and playing music next to your best friend is one of those things, and it's been highly rewarding, and looking forward to seeing where 2026 goes for my good buddy Noah Smith, and I hope to be right there alongside him. But yeah, like I said, January, I'm going out to play some guitar for my buddy Eric Hagan. I've got a lot of talented friends, and they're putting out a lot of really great music, and I'm excited to be a part of it any which way that I can. If I've got the dates available, I'm all about helping them out. Yeah, that's just the journey I'm on. I love to play, I love to sing, I love to write, and I'm going to do a lot more of that in 2026. And I hope you are too. Don't let anything stop you. It's one you can have a job and still come home and create. You just got to make time for it. Even if it's 30 minutes, sit down and write, or go out and take photos, or paint, or whatever it is that you do. 30 minutes a day, you can do that. You can do that. Even if no one ever sees it, you're going to be happier for it because you made something that day. And so go out there and create. And I hope that's what my wife is teaching her art kids. And I know that's what she's teaching them, is if you want to create, go create. You don't have to have a platform to do it. You don't have to do it just to create content. You can do it just for you. But usually when you do it just for you, it finds an audience because there's somebody else out there that connects with the same things you're going through. And that's why we share things, is because other people can feel it too. And we're all a lot more connected in things than we like to admit. I know that sometimes it's easy to feel like we're alone in the world, but we're not. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of beautiful people that will connect with your story and be willing to help you just as much as you're willing to help them. So go out there and love people. And the way I do that is to make art and put it out in the world and care about other people. And if you do that, your life's going to be rewarding. It's going to be worth more than any money you ever made. It's going to be worth more than, 1 million followers on your Instagram or whatever. Just get out there and love people, and they'll love you back. I'll see you all in the next one. Matty's Midlife Crisis. It's been a great year. I love you all. I'll see you in 2026.